All right, so okay, we're restarting the live. All right. So this is a big deal now. This is the third week in a row. Exactly like 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, it disconnects and I have to restart. So I apologize for you guys, but I will research this and find out why this has happened 3 times in a row. So let me get the incense. Same stupid nonsense, but that's okay. We're here, and we'll be talking about spirit guides tonight. I welcome all of you. Thank you for coming on in. There's all kinds of spirit guides, and it's a part of your spiritual awakening and ascension. It's part of your extrasensory perceptions. This is something that if you're on a spiritual journey, you more than likely will experience some form of spirit communication, visitation. Different types of spirit guides. Machiwa, thank you for all of you who came back. Machiwa. Yeah, baby, we got this. Cleanse, purify, get this energy flowing. Give me 12 seconds to add some water to my cup. All right. We got this. Thanks for your patience, you guys. I don't know why that happens, but we're going to deal with it anyways. So, when it comes to spirit guides, we got different types. We have angels, we have ancestors, animal spirits, ascended masters, nature spirits, star beings, light beings, deities, shadow guides, personal guides. There's different types of spirit guides, you guys. So one of my favorite is animal spirit guides, because I think it's mostly because of my connection to shamanism and some of my past lives having to do with Native Americans. I'm not Native American in this life, but that is definitely part of my past life history. I've spoken many different light languages, and I know some of them were definitely native because I could see them. So, lucidly, just like some of these spirit guides we're going to talk about, the ones in my personal life and experience have been, I could see them lucidly. They would show up in dreams and stuff like that. So, animal spirits are also known as spirit animals or totem animals. And you'll hear Native Americans talk about totems, the animal spirits. They usually go on medicine experiences, in their culture. That's their spirituality. They'll go into deep, connection and work with these type of spirit beings. And so these guides embody the traits and the wisdom of the animal kingdom. So you could say they have some attributes. Like a skunk will have attributes, a hummingbird would have attributes, when it comes to the spirit world. Different attributes. And so each of those different types of animal spirits are, you would say, messages to you. Communication. A dragonfly would visit you because of its attributes that are reflective in your current life, your current circumstances. So if you're not familiar, like maybe it's the first time you had a dream about a dragonfly. after your dream, you know, the next day you would be probably looking up, what did that dream mean with a dragonfly? So each spirit guide, which can, when it comes to the animal kingdom, it could be insects, it could be like bird type of animal guides, mammals, and aquatic beings like dolphins and whales. So each one of those will have different attributes, different messages that would be kind of like a sign of that animal, why that being is visiting it. So, and it could be as simple as cats. You know, you could see a lot of cats in your dreams, or just a weird dream with an animal. That is what you want to pay attention to when you wake up. Make notes, have a dream, what you call a dream journal. Okay, so let me check on live because it's like this. Oh, wow, yeah, it's still showing me gone. It looks like a lot of you came back, so thank you guys for coming back after it disconnected. So, but good to have you guys. I just want to review some of the different types of spirit guides, so we're like on the same page. Angels are, of course, are one of these type of guides. Maybe you work with a specific angel, or you're seeing angels, because in the New Age there is some distortions, there is some pitfalls. Okay, so maybe some people are connecting to Michael, Ariel, Gabriel, but angels are celestial beings, and we talk about celestial being the sixth dimension. So the beings, angels from the sixth dimension, they're like serve as protectors and messengers, at least the positive ones are, right? They're messengers between the divine and humanity. Basically, we're all divine. You're a being, you're actually one of your other selves. We talked about that in the last live, our multidimensional identity. And some of those are angels. So if you're here, you can have angels visit you, connect to you. And so this is a type of it's part of your spiritual growth. It's part of your journey. It's going to happen if you're on a journey, spiritual journey. It's going to happen as you develop, as you learn more, as you practice and train your chakras, and like the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye. You will connect to these spirit guides like angels, guardian angels. You know you have parts of your family. We talked about 144 of you have 144 angels in your personal Christos. All beings have that. It's part of the physics, part of the mechanics of manifestation. Because we explain how a being comes in here and becomes a spectrum of different life forms in the time matrix, including your own avatar, your own ascended master. And so you better believe there's angels, guardian angels protecting you, the ones that are personal to you, guiding and shielding you throughout your life. And people talk about Raphael and Michael, but this is not what we refer to. It doesn't have to be one of these angels that are in biblical, text or religious text or even New Age text. Isn't it interesting that that's what people limit themselves to? When angels are actually a giant type of, like a huge, like trillions, quadrillions of angels. And it's not coming from the religion point of view where there's a handful, a pantheon of angels, and that's it. Like you can name them on your hands, 2 hands. No, there's quadrillions of angels. It's a type of life form. Angel is a type of life form, a type of consciousness, a more evolved life form. And in spiritual evolution, ascension, you will eventually become an angel, a type of body form, a type of consciousness. And so that's the perspective we're coming from. It's all the beings that exist in the second universe. And the archangels are in the third universe, holographic universe, density universe. Excuse me. And each of those universes is made of 3 dimensions. So it doesn't have to be even have wings, okay? It doesn't have to be a Michael, Ariel. Thank you for those hearts and emojis, holy ones, whoever's doing that. So you can sense that it's an angelic being. Excuse me as I cough. You can tell when it's some type of angelic spirit, angelic consciousness. Part of you will understand that. Okay, so when we talk about connecting to an angelic spirit guide, it doesn't have to be Michael, Ariel, Raphael, or any of these L beings. It could be any angel, not a familiar common one. It could be a personal guardian angel like we just explained. Anything to do with protection and healing and communication. I mean, just think about it. Those of your parts of yourselves in higher dimensions, like the 6th dimensional celestial level, if they're following law of one in unity, Christ consciousness, they come to you out of love. They love you. They will help you. If you connect to them yourself through your chakra, you connect to these levels of yourself. You're connecting to your angels, your family of consciousness of angels. Okay, so they come to you, they care for you, they'll look out for you, they'll protect you, they'll guard you, especially when you put that intention there, that request there. Why, if you're going to be able to pray to some higher level of creation, like the Elohai, you can pray, communicate to your angel levels and ask for that communication, ask for that protection, ask for that wisdom that you already know, but it's dormant. So you're asking for that wisdom that through the higher version of yourself, which is yourself, not some other being. So another category of spirit guides is ancestors. Ancestors are family members who have passed and remain connected to you spiritually. They guide you by offering wisdom rooted in the lineage, your family lineage. Excuse me. Must have been incense or something. And they help you to overcome like challenges that you may have faced in your lifetimes. It could be a family situation, right, within your ancestors. And many cultures honor their ancestors, all through rituals or altars or prayers, communications, affirmations, right? And they're just believing that staying connected to your roots provides you strength and clarity for the present time or whatever you're dealing with. You will reach out to your ancestors. And you don't have to dress them as ancestor, but just realize that a lot of the Native American type of teachings or even New Age teachings, they talk about ancestors that are out there, that are in the spirit world, that can assist you in your spiritual journey, in your growth. Okay, we work with spirits on a spiritual journey. Wow, what a concept, all right? So there's negative spirits and there's trickster spirits. We'll talk about those, but we're not talking about those right now. We're talking about loving ones who care for you, okay? So, but just know both kinds exist out there. Ones who don't care about you are going to trick you and pretend. And that's where your vibration, your discernment, your resonance, you'll feel if someone lies to you or is tricking you, even if you don't know the details, you will get that intuition. You will get that, gut feeling. And those are the type of things you want to pay attention to. When you know that we're in spiritual war, spiritual bondage, not all of these beings are meant to assist, to guide, to help, to protect, so you have to be mindful. And just like you saw me light up my incense, you're going to be connecting to spirits. We're not doing it through a Ouija board. So but when you're connecting to spirits, you're going to have a protected space. You're going to sage your body, sage your space. Use frankincense resins. You guys, stick incense doesn't do jack shit. Excuse my language. So you ain't protecting nothing. You're not clearing anything with stick incense. It's chemical. So use true like resins or herbs like sweetgrass or desert sage or white sage. These are actual help that will actually assist you in cleansing and purifying the space. So just let me throw a little bit more frankincense. I want to keep that rolling, baby. What's up? Good to have you guys. Lauren, Wisdom in the house. Star Beings in the house. Yeah, it's 3D land can be dangerous, and my channel talks a lot about that danger and a lot about that darkness. So I have over 900 videos, soon to be 1,000 videos. So the next category, of course, we already mentioned it, is animal spirits. Okay, now it doesn't mean you're dealing with some little, you think of a pet animal. You think to yourself, oh, humans are greater than animals. Why would I care about an animal spirit? You have your logic back, it's not exactly what's going on. Animal spirits are not some dead animal coming to you, if that's what you're thinking. They're simply consciousness, they're energy that is usually coming from your higher selves. And quite frankly, a lot of these beings in these higher realms understand that you don't know, and understand that a lot of ETs are animal type of ETs. So, for example, you see a cat on planet Earth as a little lowly animal. Some people will think that. But what you don't realize, you're not understanding, is that cat, that little animal, is part of the DNA of a greater being who is feline. A spirit, energy, consciousness that, for example, like the Lyran cat people, these little felines on our planet are small DNA templates of the greater DNA template, like a 48-strand Lyran feline Anuhazi. Okay? 48 strands of DNA compared to 2 strands for your pet cat. It has the features, it looks feline, but realize there's a greater energetic family, a greater life field of feline. And so people got their ideas backwards. These animals are nothing. No, they're something. They're greater beings in the universes, in the higher dimensions. So they know that you don't know that. So they will come to you as a cat, not as a cat alien. Get it? They don't want to frighten you. They care about you. They love you. They want to protect you. They want to communicate to you. So they're going to come to your level, to your understanding, so you're not scared of some, whoa, right? Alien from outer space and some, it will freak you out, because some people, that is not in their paradigm. That stuff is not in their reality. Their beliefs. their understanding. So that animal spirit is representing an ET race. Do you think the animal kingdom is trying to contact you? Do you think the insect kingdom is trying to contact you? No. It is these higher races of beings coming to you in your dream state. For example, we'll talk about the different ways they communicate to us in a little bit later. But let's say they came to you in the dream state. It's not some bug from Earth. It's not some pet from Earth or animal from Earth. It's some being from a higher world projecting to you as a dragonfly, projecting to you as a dolphin. So just understand that part, detail. This is an ET, not just some whimsical, simple little animal. Machua. Really? Wow, that's a trip, Eddie family. Eddie says their cats are with us listening to you every time. Looks like you got a Lyran household over there, Eddie. And then it's interesting, we got Surremadism. His dogs are there every time. So we got animals taking in the Christos code, baby. What's up? And I'm sure some of you have your animals nearby. They appear, these animal spirit guides, they appear in dreams, in meditations, or even in the physical world. An example of it, you know, to deliver messages or teach lessons. And you can imagine a Lyran Anuhazi could work with a cat down here to send a message to you in the physical world, to show up for you in the physical world. Something very strange like that happened to me. I lived in an apartment complex that didn't allow cats. I never saw cats for that reason, probably. They weren't allowed. There wasn't even natural grass. It was all pavement, cement. Not very fun for an animal, right? So, but one day I was coming home, driving, it was an apartment complex, coming home to park, and then this cat runs across my path. It was a black cat. And this black cat runs up, it tripped me out. I'm like, what? Because we're like against the freeway too. That's another reason we're not seeing a bunch of animals at this time in my life. So that was weird. And I was thinking about that for a while. Like, that's weird. I saw a cat around here. That's interesting. And then that night, not a coincidence that I had a lucid dream with the cat being who turned into a woman, a beautiful woman. Wow, check her out. And then she turned back into a cat, but there was dialogue first. She was showing me things and then turned back into a cat and the dream ended. So this is what I meant, how some of these beings up here in those animal futures forms will come down and work through a real life being. You know, that is a possibility. Just check your own personal experiences, right? For example, a wolf spirit or a wolf might represent leadership and loyalty when you have it in your dream or communication. But an owl symbolizes intuition and wisdom. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, all of these different animal spirits are going to have different meanings for their encounter, whatever your encounter was. So pay attention to recurring animals in your life because they may be delivering important, messages or guidance. One of the other types of, you would say, spirit guides we're talking about is ascended masters. Okay? Now that term is heavily distorted, just like the term God is distorted, just like the terms angels are distorted because of religion, because of New Age. Okay, let me show you what an ascended master is real quick on the diagram. This is the 15-dimensional time matrix. And for anyone new here, this is available for sale for $15. It's one of the ways I can support myself. So take a look at the link below, or I'll have Celine give you a link, or one of my moderators. But this is the life field, the huge life field, all creation. No, not all creation, but our creation takes place within. Okay, it's 15 dimension. That's why it's called the 15-dimensional time matrix. So tonight's topic is about spirit guides. Well, those spirit guides are coming from somewhere in here. And if they're spirits, they're not from Earth. They're not coming from your backyard. Okay? They're coming from other worlds. They're from other races of beings, other realities, separate realities than our reality, you would say. And so the Ascended Masters are way beyond it, though. They're beyond this, what's called the 15-dimensional time matrix. They're outside of it. They're the beings who actually project life into these different time matrices. So this gray area is the space representing the Kundalini. It's the Kundalini. It's the primal sound fields. It's the cosmos fields. Okay? And everything is within it, within God, within the Unicide, within the one mind. And so that's where the Ascended Masters are. 3 levels of Ascended Masters. Okay? And so this is what a real Ascended Master is. Most New Age Ascended Masters are, first of all, inside the time matrix and way down somewhere around either Density Universe 2 or Density Universe 1. Hello, that is not an Ascended Master. Oh, I'm a 5th-dimensional Ascended Master. No, you're not. You're 5th-dimensional something, but you're no Ascended Master, that's talking to you from the 5th dimension. An Ascended Master is not inside here. So they're going to project to you in spirit form, most likely because, let's say, the blue ones right here are coming from, or projecting down from the Elohai level, like the 13th dimension, the blue flame. That is what would be communicating to you, not something from the 5th dimension. So as soon as some so-called Ascended Master says, hi, I'm from the 5th dimension, hi, I'm from the 9th dimension, it's not an Ascended Master. It's a trickster spirit. An angel wouldn't lie and say some BS like that. So, like I said just a little while ago, the term Ascended Master is hugely distorted. That's why I wanted to clarify it. So, looks like everything's okay on the chat. Ascended Masters are definitely enlightened beings who once walked upon the earth. If they're from Earth, though, they could be from anywhere. And achieved spiritual mastery, like Jesus did. Like some people believe in Buddha and Kuan Yin, right? These are known to act as spirit guides for those on a spiritual path. They radiate. Some of you even feel it, an unconditional love. You'll feel this love being projected by these consciousness, and they will generally provide some type of teachings to help us transcend personal limitations. Remember, our like we say how these beings are part of us. Well, that's the same perspective from them. They look at you as part of themselves. They care about their family. They care about, and so it's nothing bad to have these higher versions of yourself to assist you, to help you, to guide you, to teach you, to, put you on on your path. So these lessons will come to you by this guidance. And so just realize, if you don't feel like it's part of your own family of consciousness, I mean, you can't say a non-family of conscious being is automatically negative. You could have, let's say, friends, okay, like Sir Madism. He has a whole bunch of spirit guides, you would say, higher versions, and they can interact with my spirit guides and my family of consciousness, but we're not but they're friendly. They're not tricksters who could be connecting with you. So just realize that some of the beings connecting to you, always check if they're being represented in the light. Are they serving unity? Are they serving Christ consciousness? You can check based on what they're saying, on what they're guiding or teaching. Any source you can check for the law of one. And so, quite frankly, if you're not sure, ask. Ask them to tell you. Ask them questions, law of one type of questions, unity type of questions, and see how this entity or spirit reacts, right? So this is something you got to have mindfulness when it comes to ascended masters. Another type of spirit guide are nature spirits. Now, nature spirits include beings like fairies and elves and elementals associated with the natural world. Now, according to these teachings, fairies and those kind of beings are coming from the second dimension. Okay? Fairies are real guys. Even the Emerald Order talks about fairies. Okay, they talk about brownies and sprites and all this stuff coming from the elemental level of manifestation of consciousness, which is a little bit lower than human in the dimensional scale. And so, yes, nature spirits can connect to you. It doesn't mean they're demonic, or like some religious people are going to think that this whole topic is demonic. If it's not the Holy Spirit, it's a demon. No, you see what I'm saying? If it's serving the path of chaos, then it is demonic. It is fallen angelic. This is why you perceive it, what its frequency is. Humans can check. They feel. They have intuition. Okay, this is part of any human's ability, actually. So we just have to be able to activate it. And there's a lot of information out there talking about how these beings, or the elements of the earth and air and fire and water, connection to those symbols, right, and can inspire your creativity and your healing, and harmony with nature. So this is why there are nature spirits. You go out to nature, or maybe your backyard, or take care of your backyard. Be in love with your garden. Be in love with nature, and those loving energies will attract nature spirits. You will connect to this energy. And once again, that doesn't have to be in your family of consciousness if it's a blessed being, a blessed positive energy. Just like you have a lot of friends who are not studying innerchristos, law of one, but they're still your friends because they're good people. And same thing with the spirit world. You check their polarity. You check their path. What they say and do. Machiwa. So we're not just giving blanket advice to go interact with all spirits. No, we're mindful. We're careful. We have discernment. That's part of an innerchristic journey. So spending time outdoors and tending, for plants, caring, this can deepen your relationship with these guides who remind us of the importance of protecting and honoring the environment. And if you're the opposite, if you're someone who doesn't give a crap about plants, grass, trees, it's all BS to you. It's not alive, right? You're not going to be attracting those nature spirits, Pato. So Another type of spirit guide, we're going down this list here, are star beings. We talk a lot about star beings. We have a brother in here who's called star beings. We're talking about like Pleiadians, Arcturans, Lyrans. These are extraterrestrial guides that help humanity. Most of them, not all of them, right? And to help you evolve spiritually and technologically. And you guys are starting to see me talk about the secret space program and how it's about us evolving spiritually, technologically. I know there's a lot of spiritual people that dismiss all technology. It's a distortion. Sorry. These advanced races in the higher dimensions are working within advanced technologies. You don't just go run off into the wilderness and forget about all tech. If that's your understanding, go for it. That's not the solution. Yeah, you want to get outside the grid sometimes, every now and then. Get that grounding, get that, fresh air, get that positive high vibrations. But it doesn't mean you escape there and go forget all of civilization. We're not about going backwards. We're talking about going forwards. And you can use advanced technologies that don't affect or harm the environment or any life forms like animals or the humans. Okay? You can be very mindful with technologies. So you will have beings like the star beings as a type of spirit guide. And I think a lot of you starseeds and indigos, that's the type of guides, kind of like you graduate from animals and spirit, like nature spirits, into spirit guides, a more evolved being who are more than likely will show up as an alien, show up as a Pleiadian, as a Lyran, as an Andromedan, right? You'll see their true form instead of a symbolic form like a dolphin. Excuse me, I got a cough again. And you guys, while you're in chat, if some of this stuff relates to you, please share it in chat. Like, hey, my spirit guide is the praying mantis or the raven or some angel. Because there's a lot of people reading it, so we're all part of this space. We're all sharing in this collective energy. So thank you for co-creating with us, Machiwa. So yes, please share your experiences about the spirit guides in the chat as we talk about them. And regarding star beings, when you're working with them, many people believe that they offer wisdom and about our cosmic origins and the interconnection of all life. And if you feel like a strong affinity with the stars or receive vivid dreams of cosmic landscapes, different kinds of mystical landscapes, right? You may be connecting with these star beings. And in one form or another, there's parts of you that are picking up interest in the kind of stuff. You start thinking about ancient aliens. You start thinking about your cosmic origins or your cosmic family. Okay? That is a subtle form of communication from your higher selves. Okay? Kind of like gently guiding you. Like, for example, how I shared that information about the TV series The Expanse. That's a form of communication, and maybe that insight came from my higher selves or one of the other selves. We're all working together, like Celine's spirit guides, Indigo Wizard spirit guides. We're all working in a group at this third dimensional level, in fourth, fifth, sixth dimensional level. We're collaborating, vatos. We're collaborating, and so are they collaborating. You're going to get some of these beings show up to us. We're a team. Understand that. Realize that. Know that. Machiwa. So if if you feel a strong affinity with the stars or receive vivid dreams, this is an example of this type of guide. There's another type of guide called light beings. Light beings. They are high vibrational entities made purely of energy and light. So you can think of them as density 3, density 4, maybe density 5. They often appear as orbs or shimmering figures. They embody unconditional love. You'll feel it. Man, I have to share an experience, man. I felt, no, more than once. You felt this so profound energy come into your whole being, your whole feeling, your whole understanding. Pure love, man. True. This is what I felt. I felt these, not just an individual. I felt it as a parental love, like a loving elder. A collective, though. I sensed a collective that they thought of me. I was like treasure to them. They were trying to communicate how they feel, how much their love is. It's hard to put into words, so you're experiencing it through the actual feelings and emotions. The kind of love that will make you cry from happy tears. It's such a sacred experience to feel this love that we usually don't see on planet Earth in the 3D. A divine love, man. And light beings, spirit guides, are above the physicality. They're above the beings in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. These are archangel level, avatar level, rishi level beings. They're not going to have a physical body. They will have type of shimmering, angelic type of features. Light beings communicate through uplifting feelings, visions, and an overwhelming sense of peace and joy. And that is the feelings you will feel. And some demonic being, even a trickster being, cannot pretend to be unconditionally loving. It's not in its matrix, man. It's not in its mentality. It's not in its own understanding. So that is a confirmation that you're dealing with the real deal when you feel it, man. When you feel this blessed energy, it's not faked. It's the real deal. It's my chiwa. And here's another type of spirit guide, deities, gods. Okay, so I'm covering some of the things that New Age people are following. I list it because in this conversation, because it's important to know that there is traps, there is dangers, there is tricksters, and a lot of my videos are about these gods or beings calling themselves gods. You see, that itself is a trick. That itself is an agenda. Okay? It's a fallen angelic agenda. Ploy. Scam. Lie. Anything calling itself a god is not God. God doesn't have a name. God doesn't have a body. It has no pronoun. It doesn't have a form. It's not limited to manifest form. It's beyond it. Doesn't have a name. You're not calling it by a name. Notice all these pantheons of gods, monotheistic gods, all have names. And they're worse than humans. When you look at their qualities and the things they say and the things they do, sure, some things will be nice and sweet, but look at the other side. So deities are not a good or positive type of spirit guide. It's already a scam. It's already a trick. But it's up to you. What is your resonance? What's your discernment, Holy One? Because we talk about Ganesha, Isis, Athena, these beings seem like they're good. But we talk about how even the Egyptian gods, the Hindu gods have all been changed, distorted, and don't represent the original true intention. So you may think they're helping you with something, like Ganesha helps remove obstacles, huh? Isis embodies divine energy, yes, but not the current Isis, not the existing Isis, maybe a long time ago Isis. And they say Athena inspires wisdom and strategy. Athena is one of these fallen angels, just like all these other angels, set up with attributes in these books. Like I have books. Let me see. That's my book. Okay, not the right book. Spirits, Encyclopedia of Spirits. Big old book. Remember, I didn't throw my library away just because I stopped believing in some of these things. I'm going to keep them for reference. Like tonight, it's a reference. So I don't follow this stuff anymore. Chikas Masu. This would be like I'm in the eye looking for Isis. Iber, Ibij, Idun, Diko, I don't even know all these. Inari, Ina, Indio, Indra, Io, Iris. You could have any of these beings. If you're into the occult, you're going to get the Queen of Fairies. You're going to get the Wondrous One. You know how I notice how these all have titles. Isis, the Great Lady, Queen of the Earth, Light Giver of Heaven, Mistress of Magic, the many-named Queen of the Thrones, she who is rich in spells, great of sorcery, redemptress, star of the sea, the one who is all, Mother of Gods, also known as Auset, origin Egypt. Isis may be the most venerated goddess on earth. Venerated in earth for thousands of years, her worship, that's the key problem. The worship eventually spread, of course it spread, from East Africa through Western Asia and Europe and as far as, okay, so, and you would see all the attributes of these gods, goddesses. This is not what I'm talking about. This is not what I'm teaching. This is not what I'm sharing. This is a cult. This is promoting. This is propaganda. This is here, star seeds. Here, indigo children, study the occult and go channel and go worship beings. What's wrong with that, Anuhazi? Oh, I guess you haven't been watching these teachings, right, Machua? We might use that book a few times to look up some of the stuff, right? To see the other side. So that is, deities is not what you want to work with when it comes to positive, unity, Christic type of work. So there's actually a category called shadow guides. Shadow guides are lesser known but equally important spirit guides. They help us confront and heal our fears, traumas, and unresolved emotions. While they may feel challenging to engage with, their purpose is to guide us through the darkness toward growth and enlightenment. Embracing their lessons can lead to profound inner transformation. So it's the same type of advice, or when it comes to like the God type of spirit guides. You have to have discernment. You need to check what these beings are doing. I'm not going to preach that all night, but realize that's part of the message, that you just don't accept a guide because it's connecting to you. Just because it showed up in your life doesn't mean it's positive. Just understand that in the back of your mind, that we're in spiritual warfare. Most of the planet is in spiritual bondage. You're going to have some issues with a lot of these beings from the deities and the shadow guides and all that. So I'm still going to mention it because it's important to be aware of it. Machiwa. Yeah, they were definitely real people, like Jasmina SM said. Like some people may think that they're all fables, they're all folklore. No, there were actual real beings, and there's another concept in the Emerald Order teachings that some of these are actually not individuals, but collectives. So, in one matter or form, we're all collectives. I'm a collective when you count my personal Christos. You're a collective with your 1,728 personal Christos. So, but when it comes to these historical figures, like Thoth is an example of being an individual. Enoch was an individual, but Enoch is part of a family of consciousness called Jehovian Anunnaki. Thoth is part of a family of consciousness called Enki Anunnaki. So, but Isis, Horus, Osiris, some of them are collectives, some of them would be individuals. And when if I want to realize, I usually check the innerchristos, like the Voyagers 2. I've shown you guys the back of Voyagers 2 a lot, where it shows all the different ETs and all the gods they created, all the gods they're connected to. So I would check there, because I have people asking me who care about this information, who don't know it all. Maybe ask me, maybe I might know. Like someone asked last Saturday. What was it? It was one of the Hindu gods. So if someone asks me, I'm going to tell them from the innerchristos point of view. So thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, we got the link for you, brother, for Cathara. We'll get that for you, Boa. Bao, sorry if I said it wrong. Bao Lao. Bless you, brother. So, yeah, you guys. Personal guides. That's another type of guide. Personal guides are unique to you and may not fall into any specific category. These guides are with you from birth, offering advice, protection, and encouragement tailored to your life's journey. They may appear in dreams, meditation, or moments of clarity, offer subtle nudges to keep you aligned with your purpose. Now, this is kind of like something I would describe as one of your higher selves. It will always be with you. It will be looking out for you, communicate to you. It's personal to you because it is you, right? Now we're going to cover some of the ways that how these spirit guides communicate with us in many different ways, and we're going to talk about those different ways. They're often subtle and deeply personal. And spirit guides, their messages are tailored to how we perceive the world. Kind of like earlier, you got some being doesn't want to scare you to death. They know you, so they're not going to scare you. They're going to tailor their encounter with you, so it's safe, so it doesn't frighten any of you. So making each of your interactions kind of like unique. But here are some of the different ways. Like intuition and inner knowing is one of the ways they communicate to you. So, and this is one of the ways you know you're dealing with a spirit guide. If you get this type of communication, such as spirit guides often use our intuition as a channel for their messages. You pick up on it from your intuition. Hello, that's an email message for you. Check it out. Open. It's like, that sudden gut feeling, right? It's like a sudden flash of insight. That's a sign. You get those flashes, you get those gut feelings, you get that intuition. That's a sign, like a barometer. You're feeling something. Part of you is sensing something. A sense of knowing, without some logical explanation. We're dealing with spiritual entities. It's not so logical for a 3D point of view, right? Another way is dreams and visions. It's actually one of the big ways is through dreams, because like a lot of us have our abilities shut off from the physical body. The physical DNA has shut off 90% of our consciousness, according to our teacher Ashana Dean. She talks about how when we come into the soul integration into the fetus of our pregnant mother, there we go, 90% is shut off by the fetus, by the body of the DNA. When you're born, it's shut off. You're not bringing that consciousness in. Only 10%. Dang, what's that? And then you think, okay, so I'm this person. I could be 9 times greater than what I am now. Since you're 90% missing. But dreams are a powerful medium of communication. And spirit guides may appear as symbols. That's another way not to scare you. Or think about from a logical point of view. If they come to you as some type of symbolic, symbol or symbolic energy or context, that is for you to look up, to introspect what that symbol means. Because we know what symbols mean, generally what that, let's say a thunderbird symbol or a centipede symbol, a black widow symbol. Okay, that gives you indication of the message. And quite frankly, you can easily, let's say you just had a dream of that. When you wake up, you could search, like for me, it's Pegasus. You would find Pegasus dream meaning. And I usually put shaman in there. Pegasus dream meaning shaman. Because when you throw the word shaman, it gives you better meanings of these animals. You can try your own techniques. I found out that's one of the ways. That's when I used to have a whole bunch of animals. See, that was at the beginning of my journey where I started seeing a bunch of animals. As I evolved, like I said earlier, you'll graduate. You won't be seeing them as much. You'll start seeing the actual beings instead of a symbol. So at first, they're going to gently guide you along with symbols. And so sometimes it becomes guesswork. You have to find out and investigate and actually check what it may mean, right? And then once you see the meaning of the specific spirit guide, now look at your personal experiences and you'll know what the message was about, what it was for. So that's why you pay attention to dreams and symbols in dreams. Because they could even speak to you directly in the dream state. Have a conversation in the dream state. Hello, that's communication from the spirit guide. And they use this time to convey messages when you're sleeping, when you're dreaming. We're not blocked by we're not being blocked as much by the body as we are when we're awake. When we're asleep, we're more free to explore other worlds, go into the astral, go into the archetype, go into other angelic realms, go into other galaxies and dimensions. So your body can't do that. It's stuck here, man, down here in the physical 3D world. But your consciousness is not going to be limited in the same way. Another way for them to receive communication from a spirit guide is signs and synchronicities. Now you may know why they call those numbers angel numbers, because that's a type of guide working through an angel number as to grab your attention, to keep on grabbing your attention. You just saw 1111 again, 111 again, a 333 again. They're trying to convey these messages to you. So spirit guides love using synchronicities, meaningful coincidences, not a coincidence maybe, to grab your attention. It might be represented in numbers or repeated in numbers like 1111, or seeing feathers appear in your journey, in your path, in your day. Feathers, it means something. It's a symbol. They're signs. They're synchronicities. Or even if you keep hearing the same message from different sources. Okay, I just heard that from this person. Now I'm hearing it in my social media experience. No, now I'm reading it in a book. Hello, some spirit guide is trying to get your attention. It's kind of like little winks from the universe, right? Reminding us of their presence and their guidance. And just like we want to work with animals, angels want to work with humans, archangels want to work with angels, avatars will want to work with archangels. Okay? Broaden your social life. Expand your social life into other dimensions and other families of consciousness, right? Because you're not just limited, baby, to the earth experience. That's for sure. That's what's great about connecting to your higher parts. Because most humans are not astral traveling. Most humans are not seeing spirit guides. But you are. You're expanding, baby. What's up? Get some more winks from the universe, right? Another type of communication is physical sensations. Sometimes communication can come through the body. You might feel like a warm embrace, a tingling. Ooh, wow, what's that? Even some like light pressure on your shoulders, right? Especially during moments of prayer or meditation. And these sensations are often like gentle affirmations of their presence. And so we're not alone. You never were. You never will be alone. It is only your own mind, talking, your own fears, okay, your own phobias, your own anxieties that are going to think otherwise, so you're never alone, you guys. And I don't mean that in a bad way. There's ghosts waiting for you, demons waiting for you. You have a whole family of consciousness. If you never learned about that, and if you never learned to reach out to them, they're not going to reach out to you first. You got to reach out to them. That's kind of like giving permission. Fallen beings don't ask for permission. Guardian beings will wait for you to when you reach out. I wouldn't say that's set in stone. Sometimes they will try to protect you. They will have to reach out to you. But generally speaking, you need to become aware of that fact. Aware that they're there, that you're not alone. Hey, let's start reaching out to my family, to my homies up there. What's up? Why not have that support? Why not have that guidance? Why do we? Why do we learn to connect to our higher selves, to the higher worlds, so we can benefit in this 3D human life? Machiwa. It should be part of your spirituality, you guys, connecting communicating, visiting these other parts. Machiwa. Let me check and chat again. How did you write in a different font? Like Lauren Wisdom, she's like using a different font. How did you do that? That's crazy. Everyone has the same font, but you have a different font. Oh, you're talking about trusting yourself? Don't forget to love yourself too. Love yourself, Holy One. A lot of people are loving everybody but themselves, right? Arrows of porcupine, that's possible. Some people, if someone's thinking about you with hate or anger or whatever, this is how witches work. This is how someone casting a spell or a curse on somebody works. You see them. You see them. You picture them. You imagine them. Again, you see them clearly in your mind. And you do things to them in your mind. This is how some people roll, man. But you can do that in a good way. See someone in your mind and be in a peaceful state, a loving state, not some, revenge state or something. So awesome to have you guys. So just think about that. Repeating patterns in your life, seeing the same animal or hearing the same song could be a way of some spirit sending you messages. Now, another way of spiritual guide contact is through others. Spirit guides use symbols that resonate with you personally, like animals, objects, colors even, that hold special meaning to you, and they know that. So that's why they're using that. Repeating patterns of these, you'll see these patterns come up. Actually, a friend might say something that resonates deeply. There you go. The friend was not, I wouldn't say influenced, but it was collaborated. Like I was mentioning, you're collaborating, like, maybe Stardust Goddess's guides are collaborating with me. Or one of someone else's guides are collaborating with my guides. You see what I'm saying? So through others, it's likely it can happen. You'll get some type of message. You could overhear a conversation. It's not coming from you. It's someone's conversation, right? You'll overhear a conversation that seems to be meant just for you. You were meant to hear it. And maybe that sounds crazy, but these beings know how to reach us, man. And if they have to do it through others, because you're not getting it through your own conduit of energy and awareness, so they'll work through others to get to you, to get their message to you. And this indirect method can provide clarity at the right moment. So they know how to work the timing just right. And that's why you'll get those 333s, 555s constantly. Wow, what's up? Okay, I am paying attention. What is it you want to say, right? Another way for spirit guides to communicate to you is through meditation and silence. Go into the deeps, when you go into quieting your mind, your thoughts, going deep into yourself, go into that state. Go into stillness. Stop moving. Stop doing stuff and come here. Not only does it help you connect to yourselves, but these other selves. These other levels of creation and spirit guides. Machiwa. Otherwise, when you're just in, they call it alpha beta waves. No, alpha waves is when you're wide awake. When you start to go more relaxed, you're more relaxed. Now you're going into beta waves. Become more relaxed. You're almost falling asleep. That's called theta brain waves. You go deeper, you're more likely to kick in your higher sensory perceptions. This is why one of these guides could connect to you during this whenever you're in this type of, maybe it's at your job, maybe it's at home, you're sewing or doing some artwork, you're playing the piano, you're just in a relaxed state, you will be able to receive these kind of things. Or maybe that's twilight hours, certain hours of the night or evening or morning or whatever. Certain specific times are the best time for spirit guides to send a message through in one of these many different ways we're talking about. Because it is during meditation or moments of stillness that spirit guides can communicate directly. And you might hear a soft, kind of like inner voice, or see vivid imagery, or simply feel their presence. I remember when I was in Peru, I felt the presence of some beings with me. I even felt being touched before. It wasn't a scary thing, because whatever was happening in that period of my life, I was in a safe space, a happy space. It was a positive energy, a positive, connection. And so you will feel their presence. Maybe that will creep some people out, but you can have a good presence. It depends on the presence. It doesn't all have to freak you out. And think about that. This is why creating a space for quiet reflection is so important into connecting them. Like, if you're wanting to connect, well, go out of your way to make a space conducive to that. Go into a relaxing space on purpose so you can, connect easier. You're not going to be doing it in the middle of a what I just mentioned, alpha brainwave state. It's not happening. You're too active in your awareness and alertness, and you're doing tasks, and you're not going to have some spiritual connection doing that. You have to come down in stillness and quiet. Now you're conducive. Now you're setting yourself up to receive Machua. And it kind of goes with the next way how they communicate with you. Music and art. Who would have known, right? Spirit guides may use music, art, or literature to communicate. You might hear a song that feels like it's speaking directly to your situation, or see an image that invokes a strong, emotional reaction. I mean, these creative channels often carry their energy and guidance. And like I said, they know you. They know what songs they should put on. You hear a song on the radio. You hear, I mentioned drawing. You're painting. You're doing your arts and craft. You will see a message in there. You know how there's actually a literal art form where people will throw or splatter paint around and make this painting and sell it for thousands of dollars, and it looks like a mess. But, that is form that is communicating in color, in texture, and whatever you see. So that could be something that they're, as a medium, to reach you on some level, emotional level, something that invokes. And another one is, we kind of sort of already mentioned it, the numbers and the codes. Like repeating numbers like 222, 333, those common ones. These are common signs for spirit guides, known as angel numbers, right? But they can often carry specific meanings, such as reassurance, encouragement, or a reminder to focus on your spiritual path. Okay? These are, like some people really do think they're alone, but you're not alone. There is communication. You're just not picking it up. You're just not noticing it come into your hologram experience. These things, like these repeating numbers, are coming into your hologram experience for a reason. And at first it's cool. I just got a number 333. Oh, I just got a number 1111. It's cool, but you realize that's a message. That's a communication. It's spirit. It's some beings in your life field, I don't mean life field, I mean in your family, in your journey. You know, even sometimes we're meant to connect to certain beings. We're supposed to. It was agreed upon on a soul level. You know, sometimes we're meant to meet certain people, meet certain energies, have certain consciousness come into our life. And why not do it through 222? Why not do it through 999? Okay? Oh, someone is communicating to me. Part of myself is picking that up. I'm seeing these numbers for a reason. There's a reason. It doesn't mean it's predestination. It simply means it's a communication that's noticeable. You notice that those numbers repeating again and again. It was successful. The message got through. Now you just need to, reverse engineer what it meant. What does that mean to me in my current situation? Machiwa. I won't go on forever with the different why. Here's another one though. Inner dialogue. Think about that. Some people experience direct communication through thoughts that feel as though they're coming from outside themselves. But these messages are often clear, loving, and encouraging. Distinct from the usual chatter of the mind. So it's not like scary type of voices in your head, but some type of reassuring type of energies. Some type of like direct communication in that form. I can't say I've had a lot of those in my own life, just mostly certain people. Maybe you're clairaudient. I'm more clairvoyant, so I see things, so they're going to come mostly in my visions, mostly in my energies in medicine, or I will see. I'm more about seeing. I prefer to see, but some people might be into the dialogue, the inner voices. Some of those will stand out to you. Be mindful of those examples, because that's a sign that you're dealing with a spirit guide of some sort. Thank you, homies, for being here with us. Interesting conversation. And I'm going to throw up this poll so you guys can answer it throughout the show. Have you experienced a spirit guide? A spirit guide. Any of the type of guides that we're talking about. And we're not done, so we'll be explaining more, but I want to throw this poll up right now. So, and once again, you guys, please share in the chat. I see a lot of you are already doing that, but you guys, join the conversation. Wait. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Crab and Kurt. Rolling with your homies, says Angelique Dorsey. Are you talking about this kind of rolling? I'm just being silly, sorry. I don't actually smoke joints. I never did. I was more into the pipe or the bong or some other way. Why wait and take 5 minutes to roll something, right? Well, maybe some of you do it real fast. I don't know. I just want to talk about some of the reasons, why spirit guides help us. They play an essential role in our spiritual journeys, offering support and wisdom and guidance to help us, navigate life's challenges. We could use all the help we can get sometimes, right? But why do they help us? The answer lies in their purpose and their interconnected nature of all that exists. And you could be somehow connected to them. So that's another thing. Some of these beings are coming to you not just because they're part of your family of consciousness, but they're part of your purpose now. What you're supposed to be doing, it may be working with their energies. There may be an important part in your journey. So this is their divine purpose. Spirit guides exist to serve a higher purpose, to assist souls in growing, evolving, and aligning with their true paths. By guiding us through life's ups and downs, they fulfill their role in the greater cosmic plan, helping us in their way of expressing divine love and unity. And you guys, I haven't seen this results yet. It's a high number, 87% right now so far. 87% of you have talked about having some type of interaction with a spirit guide. You guys, that is normal. It's part of spirituality. It's part of your growth. And quite frankly, eventually, we will be aware of many of our other selves. Like psychically, we will perceive them. Okay? You're not meant to be solo, homie. We're always meant to be working in that greater life field, perceiving from that greater level of a collective. We are plural. We are peoples. We represent a people. You represent this life and all your ideas and thoughts, and you're representing all the other beings in your personal Christos and all of their family. All of their thoughts and values. So you're not working solo. Okay? More than likely, we're working in a group. We're working in a collective. So just think about it as being a plural thing. Machiwa. They are part of our soul contract. That's what I just mentioned. Many spirit guides are connected to us through soul contracts made before we incarnated. They agreed to support and guide us as we experience life on earth. This partnership ensures we have help navigating our chosen lessons and challenges, because your soul did choose your purpose. You are the soul. But your soul projected itself, you, here to accomplish a certain thing for itself, for the soul self. So this is why there's contracts and agreements and pre-planned things that you're meant to meet. This person or this guide or this angel, it was an agreed upon thing before you came incarnated. They agreed to support and guide us as we experience life on earth. This partnership ensures that, sometimes it gets very overwhelming. Sometimes we need that extra support. You can call out to your spirit guides when you need them. I'm not saying, hey, Archangel Michael, help me. I guess some people will do that. See what I'm saying? But we want to connect to our people, our homies. Archangel Michael is not part of your homies. That's another family. You want to call out to your family. Machiwa. They are motivated by love and compassion. Spirit guides operate from a place of unconditional love. They see our struggles, hopes, and potential without judgment, while the human race is judging you, maybe, right? Your family is judging you. Maybe your partner is judging you. These guides, well, if they're judging you, it's not a guide. It's one of these tricksters. But they care. They love you. They're called guides for a reason. And their assistance is an expression of pure compassion. Just like we come here based on pure compassion and love for the human race, starseeds and indigos. Why would a divine being who's already been through the third dimension, the 3D lessons, they don't need to come back to the 3D. They don't need to. But they come here because of their compassion to help and assist. These guides who do care, who just like you choose to serve God, the Creator God, you choose to serve unity, so can spirit guides choose that, and they work with other beings like you who are on the same side, who are, coming together based on that frequency, based on that resonance. You're going to attract those who are resonating with you. So some of these guides you're attracting to based on your own energies, how you're expressing yourself in your life, in your journey. And they help us fulfill our life purpose. Each of us has a unique mission or purpose, whether it's learning specific lessons, contributing to the world, or simply expanding spirituality. Spirit guides help us to uncover and pursue that purpose, often just by gently nudging us, toward opportunities or even people that align with our higher goals. And I just want to share with my own self, I actually make prayers for that. When I'm going to an event or like the drum circle, I always ask my guides, myself, please guide me towards anyone I'm meant to meet or talk to, anyone I'm supposed to work with, anyone that will inspire my journey, or I'm supposed to help them on their journey. I always put that in my prayers. Excuse me. So this is basically like what I'm talking about in this part of this, our life purpose. I'm asking to be connected to those opportunities, those alignments. Those connections are like, we don't always are focused on that, but we have some type of awareness that we want to meet certain people. So pray about it. Ask for your guides themselves to connect you to these other, important people or people that are important for your journey. You want all of the, you were meant to, but somehow your circumstances are not running into this person. Why not ask assistance to help you run into that person? That's what I'm trying to say. They bridge the gap between the physical and the spiritual. Machiwa. Because living in the physical world can sometimes make us feel disconnected from our spiritual essence. Such guides spirit guides act as a bridge, reminding us of our divine origins and our connection to source energy. Their presence reassures us that we're never alone. And that's what I'm trying to get at, you guys. We're not. Even though your 3D life feels miserable, you're depressed, you feel lonely, you're not alone. If you shifted that energy and became aware that you're not alone, that it's just a matter of reaching out to the spiritual world. Instead of your friends list, you're looking here for your loneliness. Hey, look out here for, into the spiritual world, into those parts of yourself. Reach out here for companionship. I mean, if you're lonely, there's something out here, definitely been waiting for you, most likely. So reach out. Phone home, ET, phone home, reach out. If you're not reaching out, you're not getting that connection, are you? Machiwa. Think about it. It takes a little bit of effort, a little bit of awareness. They also help us heal, whether it's emotional wounds, spiritual blockages, or unresolved traumas. You know, spirit guides often assist in our healing process. They gently guide us toward the right resources, the right people, or the right practices to help us release pain and step into wholeness. Because sometimes we're not figuring that out on our own. So reach out to a spirit guide, put that intention there, put that question out there, that request out there. It won't get the ball running if you're not doing it, you guys. Be mindful and start throwing intentions, live life on intentions, regularly have intentions, have objectives, you're trying to manifest. You're trying to bring in that which you need. So you can connect to your spirit family, your homies. Connect to your homies and send those questions to them, and the universe answers. But if you never put that request out to the universe is not going to do anything. It's just staying there because you're not sparking it. You know, the quantum physicists, as soon as you put consciousness there, they say that's where changes are happening. You're not putting the intention there, the request there, they're not starting. You're just going to live life uneventful because you never put mind and thought and intention into purpose, into objective. So get in the habit of doing that. Machiwa. Then your life is evolving and not staying in the same place because you're constantly making goals, making objectives, even if it's a simple objective or some lifelong objective. You got to have objectives lined up. You got to have goals lined up. You got to always be working towards a goal. But if you don't have goals, nothing's happening. You're just staying in the same space. If that's what you want, I guess some people don't want to grow, but why are you here if you're not meant to change and grow and evolve? They act as protectors. Spirit guides serve as protectors, shielding us from harm or steering us away from potentially dangerous situations. They love you. They watching out for your back, homie. They're subtle interventions. Maybe you won't even notice them. Like a delayed schedule. Oh, wow. Why am I getting all these freaking lights, man? Or some intuitive nudge. Okay, to avoid a certain path. Or often ways they keep us safe. These are ways they keep us safe. Maybe they want you to miss that meeting. Maybe I'm trying to meet someone there, but no, they don't even want you to meet that person at all. You're going to miss it. You're going to get a bunch of blocks now. Have you guys seen that movie with Matt Damon? It's a really cool movie. What's it called? Shoot. He meets this woman. He starts to care and fall in love with her. But there's these beings who are putting all these blocks in his path so he doesn't meet her, doesn't fall in love with her. I don't know if this is a good example, but there is these higher versions of yourselves that are called spirit guides. Maybe you call them spirit guides that are watching your back. And remember those soul contracts? They're not going against your free will if they have a contract if they're meant to do this. Okay? Keep you out of danger, keep you out of stupid actions, right? Because maybe up there at the soul level, you say, hey man, please watch my back while I'm down there on earth. Can you do this and this and this if I do this and this? Okay, we agree. It's agreed. They're not going against your free will to put you out of danger. Maybe this part of you doesn't want that to happen. No, I want to go to that party. I want to meet that girl or that guy. As an example, right? No, you're not going to. We're putting this traffic accident in. No, they won't cause accidents, but they're going to cause delays. You're not going to make it. Damn, I'm not making it. That's because this is one of their ways to watch your back. What's up? Your galactic name is Zoner. What's up, Zoner? Ancient Lyrian, Pleiadian, Ramyanas of the Violet Flame. Bless you, Holy One. And Ramyanas are high-level guardians, right? Ramyanas, Grandianus, Machiwa. Somebody's been studying. Machiwa, Holy Ones. They foster a deeper connection to the universe. By helping us, spirit guides strengthen our connection to the universe and its divine intelligence. Their guidance reminds us that we are part of something much larger and infinitely loving, which can bring comfort and clarity during difficult times. And that's part of just loving us unconditionally, and like we're just used to seeing a 3D world and a 3D kind of point of views, but there will help you. A spiritual being is going to you're going to start thinking about spiritual stuff instead of just 3D ideas and solutions, so they remind us that, hey, we're an energy being. Let's think of our platform as a larger platform. There's more opportunities when you're aware of that. And dealing with spirit guides and aliens and angels and ancestors is helping you see that greater stage, not just a simple, ordinary 3D stage. Think bigger, aim higher, because your spirit guides want you to. Machua. And spirit guides, they actually learn and evolve through helping us. Okay, think about this. We're meant to help animals. Spirit guides are meant to help you. You're doing work with beings on Earth. They're doing galactic work, and based on wherever you are located. I'm on Earth, so they're meant to help us in that area. So, and it helps them. That's what I meant. It's a two-way street. Not like they're doing charity or something, but it's part of them helping them evolve. Think about this. You help animals. You help some situation where someone's suffering and you help them out. Like you see it and help a homeless person. It's part of your work here on Earth. You see certain circumstances, and you gravitate to help that solution, to help someone or something, some animal or whatever. Part of you is, and you're not doing it to become spiritually evolved. You're just doing it because that's but it is helping you evolve. But that's not the reason why we're doing it. I'm not helping someone because I'm getting something out of it. You're helping someone naturally, organically, because that's the way you feel, but it's also doing all this kind of work and help and assistance is helping you evolve. So when spirit guides help your life, that's helping them evolve as well. You'll find that becoming a guardian is about assisting and helping others. It helps you evolve to help others. Same goes with spirit guides. It helps them evolve to help you evolve. It's a win-win for both of us. Machua. What's up, homeboys, homegirls? What's going on? Let me push F5 on my computer base. Excuse me. How to connect to spirit guides. Connecting with your spirit guides, like they connect to you. What about you reaching out to them? It's a deeply personal and transformative process when you're trying to do that. It requires like openness, trust, patience. While the connection might not always feel immediate, consistent practice can help you build a strong bond over time. Here's one of the ways you can do that. Set your intention. That's what I kind of described already. Is nothing's going to get the ball rolling until the idea is where thought goes, energy flows. If you don't put thought there, nothing is sparking, nothing is flowing. So go get in the habit of sparking and flowing intention. Set intention. Start by inviting spirit guides into your life. Wow, what a concept. But I would say, hey, make sure part of your invite is only beings who represent my highest interest, highest good. Excuse me, I get itches in my nose. Only guides, put the clause in there. Put a disclaimer in that invite. You don't want to just invite anybody. People who are foolish enough to play around with Ouija boards, they don't know who they're inviting. Okay? We work with intention. You put intention, it comes back with what you intended. If you're not dealing with any intention, then who knows what you're getting, right? I welcome my spirit guides to communicate with me for my highest good. Creates a clear, open space for connection. Setting your intention signals to them that you're ready to listen and engage. That's another thing. When you are the one reaching out, then they see that you're ready and you're welcoming it. It's not like a, uninvited guest. You don't want uninvited guests. And like I said earlier, a lot of the light beings are waiting for your permission, waiting for you to be aware that it's even possible for you to do this. Some people have no clue. They're too busy worshiping beings instead of co-creating with them. In co-creation, in Law of One, in unity, we're all equal. We co-create. Co-create with these loving spirit guides. It's part of, and put intention there. Put intention there so it happens. Don't put intention there, it's not happening. Meditate regularly. If you're all into this, right, you're all into, I want to meet my spirit guide, well, hello, practice regular meditation. Even if you don't like it, it's not fun, I don't know why you wouldn't. Maybe it's uncomfortable to your body, or staying still, I don't like this. I can't stay still. I can't just clear my mind. As you're saying, I can't, guess what? You're programming yourself. Now you really can't. You just threw your own blocks in there. You don't want to be throwing those kind of words around. It's a charge. It's a program. It's a self-hypnosis type of thing. You're programming yourself that you can't. Do the opposite. Say, I can. I am reaching my spirit guides. I am connecting to my Pleiadian self. I am connecting to my higher self. I am connecting to my dragon spirit guide. I am connecting to my crow. My Chua. Meditate regularly. Find a quiet space. Do you have a quiet space? Are you going to make a quiet space? Are you going to find a quiet space? Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. As your mind calms, invite your guides to join you. I would say do that within your Maharic seal. If you don't know what that is, I'll have one of my moderators link you to the Kathara. You can learn it by tomorrow. What's up? You want to reach out to spirit beings? Make sure you got protection, like the Maharic seal technique. Bless you. We don't just throw blanket advice and, hey, go connect and go, and even do this incense, resins, or saging. That is an obvious. It should be obvious that you do those things before you go into meditation and invite. Remember to put your disclaimers in your invite. Ask for signs. Your guides often communicate through signs in everyday life. Why not you ask for a sign? Ask for a sign. Ask for a specific sign, like seeing a feather, a certain number, or a song. Why not ask for it? Be open and observant, as their response may come in expected ways. That's how spirit rolls. For example, you might overhear a conversation that feels like the answer, like it was an answer to your question right? It came to you. You weren't expecting that to come to you that way. But, that expect the unexpected when it comes to the spiritual realm. Another thing you want to do is keep a journal. Okay, we're talking about how to communicate to spirit guides, how you can communicate to these guides. This is one of them. Keep a journal. Writing is a powerful tool for connecting with your guides. And I would say writing things down, writing questions down, writing requests down, and put it under your pillow, sleep on it. Stuff like that. Those are all energy techniques, you guys. Remember, it's all consciousness, it's all technique. To a 3D person, that sounds stupid, it sounds ridiculous, but we know better. We know on a quantum level, everything is alive. God is everywhere. That is God. That is God. It's all creation. It's all alive. Okay, from the particle to the human body, to the solar system, galaxy, universe. It's all frequency. It's all consciousness. So start a journal where you can write questions or thoughts, for them. And then allow yourself to write freely as if they're responding. This process, often called automatic writing. You ever heard of that before? I used to do that. It will trip you out, man. What? Am I doing that? This can reveal insights and guidance from your spirit guides. Another way is to be present in nature, because nature is a sacred space for connecting with spirit guides, especially if your guides are animal spirits or nature spirits. So be at that location then. Be at those locations when you reach out to them. That's, like a fairy. Well, go to where fairies hang out, right? Like groves, like lush fields and plants and stuff like that. They love that stuff, just like a bee loves flowers. These beings are known, certain spirits, certain nature spirits are known to be around certain places. So go there. You want a dialogue, you want an experience, you want a communication, you want a connection. So go to their house, go to their hangout places. Spend time in nature surroundings like forests, mountains, or by water. Listen to the sounds, open to the environment, meditate in it, right? And notice any intuitive nudges or sensations. Most people in 3D are not listening for subtle communications. You're sensitive, you're a light worker, you're used to going in this peaceful meditative state. For you, this is how you receive Machiwa. Be present in nature, guys. Use guided meditations. There's some out there. Even these teachings have some guided meditations. You connect to your higher selves by just going to your heart chakra. Connect to your higher selves by activating and using techniques on these chakras, like in Kathara, I'm sure they already gave you a link in Kathara, there's something called triadic phase currents. Triad, like 3. Triadic phase currents. And you would learn how to open those currents. Machiwa. Those are some of the techniques you can use. You can also use visualization techniques. Like, let's say you can't go to nature. Well, imagine it. You put yourself in a vivid forest, enchanted forest, your energies are going to start reflecting that. That's interesting, right? Trust your intuition, you guys. Your guides often speak to you through your intuition. So those gut feelings, or sudden flashes of insight, pay attention to those, especially when you got your intentions going on. Practice trusting your instincts and acting on them. Not just, okay, I felt something or I sensed something, but don't do nothing about it. Act on them. The more you tune into your inner voice, the more clearly you'll recognize their guidance. Create a sacred space. Let me ask you right now, in your house, do you have some sacred space? In your backyard, wherever? Or some getaway where you like to go visit? Do you have some sacred space? Set up a small space in your home for connecting with your guides. Include items that inspire you spiritually, such as candles, crystals, or meaningful symbols. Use this space, this sacred space, your sacred space, for meditation, for prayer, or journaling, or to foster a sense of connection. So this is something that a lot of people do naturally without being advised to do it. I didn't have to really tell you, most of you, that you're already doing that. So, it could be an altar, but not like an altar like, hey, here's a god and here's a symbol of Wicca. No, I mean like an altar like with the candles and the incense or whatever's sacred to you on a personal level, not some god deity level, but what's important to you, what you have a resonance with. A special place that makes it your sacred space. Pay attention to dreams, you guys. There's so many things that happen in dreams, and this is one of them. Spirit guides often communicate through dreams because our subconsciousness is more open while we sleep. So keep a dream journal by your bed and write down anything you remember upon waking. Recurring symbols or themes might be messages from your guides. Practice gratitude. That helps a lot of things, actually. Thank your spirit guides for their presence and guidance. Let's say you had some lovely experience with your spirit guide. You had some amazing, fantastic dream with your spirit guides. Thank them. Offer gratitude. Practice gratitude. This is appreciation. This is what you would do in some relationship that you care about. Someone you love or care about, you're going to express gratitude to them. So why not express gratitude to the spiritual world when they're guiding and helping you? Machiwa. It's a two-way street, baby. How long are they going to hang around when you're just selfish and me, right? Even if they don't yet, even if you don't feel a strong connection yet, you're not that psychic yet. You don't need to be, you guys, to work with the spirit guide. But gratitude helps strengthen your bond and opens the door for deeper communication. A simple thank you can go a long way in nurturing a relationship. There's also some misconceptions. We'll talk about some of the misconceptions. But let me check in. Tony, yeah, drawing is the same thing. Drawing is, if you think about it, you're kind of like going into an altered state. You're just using the right side of your brain, not based on numbers and words, not the left side. The right side connects you more to the spirit world. You're mostly seeing things, like vision is seeing whole pictures, seeing gestalt, seeing the whole, the whole greater scale. And so anything that really activates the right brain, writing does that. Writing does that. Drawing does that. Dancing does that. Singing does that. That's right brain stuff, baby. What's up? Activate. So that could be some of the things you do to connect to spirits, is do creative right brain type of activities. That's the key right there. And that's something you can easily look up. List some right brain activities. Like I could do that for you real quick. Like 20 different things, or maybe 12 different things. That encourage right brain, yeah. Right brain activity. Drawing or painting, listening to music, meditation or visualization, dancing, writing creatively, daydreaming, believe it or not, playing musical instruments, solving puzzles with abstract thinking, engaging in theater or role-playing, exploring nature, practicing free-form crafting, playing improvised games. There you go. So this is some things that help you. And I know as I grew up, I was always in those sides of my mind. In school, I didn't like all those left brain activities. I wanted to focus on right brain stuff. I was into daydreaming, imagining music and writing, playing the piano, all that. And I was in theater. All this. I was gravitating to all that kind of activity. So if you're not doing that as much, I would say try to do more right brain activity. And you can do, look at the ideas I just gave you, or you could just look at other ideas and start doing it. And it helps you shift. It helps you connect a little bit better, right? But here are some of the misconceptions about spirit guides. Many people assume spirit guides must be human souls who have passed on. Nothing like that, right? But guides can take many forms. They might be angels, animal spirits, star beings, or even light beings, like we mentioned. Your guides come in a form that resonates most with your soul and your life's journey. Spirit guides control our decisions. That's another misconception. Spirit guides are here to assist and guide, not to control. So hello, that's a red flag for some being that you think is a spirit guide that wants to control. A spirit guide serving law of one, unity, is not going to be trying to control you guys. They're going to respect your free will. So if they're telling you what to do, hello, walk away, dismiss this spirit from your life. They're supposed to honor your free will and never force you to take a specific path. Instead, they offer gentle nudges and insights, right? Leaving the final decision up to you. And they shouldn't be bummed out if you make your own decision that wasn't aligned. So, their role is to empower, not dominate. Another misconception is you need spiritual gifts to connect to spirit guides. No, you don't. Machua. Anyone can connect to their spirit guides. It's not limited to psychics or mediums, all right? Your guides are always around you. We talked about that earlier. And with patience and practice, you can establish a connection, starting with meditation, developing your intuition, your mindfulness. Those are easy ways to start. Another misconception. Spirit guides are perfect beings. Not always. Remember, reality is multidimensional. Maybe you're on the 3rd level and they're on the 6th level. There's still distortion there. Okay? They're not perfect beings. Nothing's perfect until you get to the 12th dimension and higher. There is such thing as perfection. There is a divine blueprint for all beings. You have a divine blueprint at the 12th dimension. That's up here. You're down here. You're not connected. You don't have it all yet. But, so that's why not all these beings are perfect beings, right? Some guides like angels or ascended masters may embody higher levels of wisdom, but others like ancestors may still be growing spiritually themselves. They don't need to be perfect to help you, though. They guide you based on their unique strengths and experiences. But if they're not helping you, and if they're sending you into the wrong energies, then maybe you should reconsider this guide, right? Because they're not all perfect, and maybe it isn't the best match for you. Maybe that's a sign that you haven't met the right spirit guide yet. And quite frankly, you guys, don't be, intimidated by some guide or spirit. Oh, they must be higher evolved than you. Let me say this right now. You, on 3D level, you're a starseed. You're an indigo, empath, light worker. You come from higher dimensions. You could be higher than some of these beings trying to reach out to you. And what I mean is, they might not know as much spiritual stuff as you do. So keep that in mind. You only another misconception. You only have one spirit guide. No, you don't. But many believe that you have just one guide. But most people have a team of guides, and that's more likely. Most of us have teams, like a whole bunch of different guides. Man, I've had the bear reach out to me. I've had the dragons reach out to me. I've had tiger spirit guides, lion spirit guides, all kinds of avians, like the what's the fire one? The firebird or the phoenix? The phoenix. I've had the thunderbird spirit guide, the crow, the raven, the hummingbird. Aquatic animals like whale, dolphin, they reached out. I've had many, like 60 to 70 different spirit guides in my spiritual journey. And some of them, I'll say this right now, that some of them aren't meant to always be with you, like maybe they're just meant to be a part of your life. So think about that. 111 likes. If you guys look at the likes, it says 111. I just want to say before it gets too late, you guys, please support this work. So far, we have $1.62. Oh, I guess they take off taxes. 100 years from now. From Canada, no less, right? Thank you so much for supporting this work, Holy One. Bless you. And I want to say, you guys, if you like this work, I'm surviving off of your assistance and donations, you guys. I can't do this without you, literally. So please consider supporting this work. I thank you in advance for the small gift of $5 or whatever you feel called. $20, $50. Some people have been very generous. And this is how I can continue doing this full time. So thank you so much for either a donation here with a live chat, super chat, or you can donate through my PayPal link below. You can also become a member of this, there's a membership area. You can join and become part of the Discord chat server, or you can visit my Etsy shop and help support this work through buying a crystal or one of my artworks. So I just have to say that at least once every time I do a live. So because I literally, can't do this without you guys. This is my journey and my path to do this work full time. and it's part of this group effort, right? This group consciousness. So please support one of your favorite content creators. Bless you for helping me out, you guys. Thank you so much. So we definitely have more than one spirit guide, you guys. Another misconception: spirit guides communicate in clear words. Communication with spirit guides isn't always verbal or straightforward, so that's not true. While some people may hear messages, most experience signs, feelings, or synchronies. Like it may even be frustrating for some of you. Like, what is that being trying to say to me? Why did I have this message? But have patience. It will come to you. It might even come to you when you're not expecting it, what that meaning was. So they're not always coming straight forward. It's not always clear. You have to figure it out. Do your due diligence. You do the work too. You're part of this communication. So it's important to stay open to like various forms of guidance and not expect it to look a certain way. Because if you're waiting for a certain sign, you might be disappointed or just might miss it because it came to you in a different way that you weren't expecting. So be open, Machua. Another misconception about spirit guides: you have to be religious to work with spirit guides. No, you don't, honey. Sorry. Spirit guides are not tied to any specific religion or belief system. They work with people of all kinds of backgrounds, okay? Focusing on the spiritual connection rather than the religious doctrines. Okay, honey? And probably you should too. Whether you identify as a spiritual agnostic or otherwise, they're available to support you guys. So don't worry about your belief coming in the way of some spirit guide. Another misconception: spirit guides are all the same as guardian angels. While guardian angels can be a type of spirit guide, not all guides are angels. Okay, so I think some people believe that or think that, but spirit guides encompass a broader spectrum, okay, including ancestors, animals, and beings from other realms. Each type of guide serves a unique purpose in your life. Another misconception: spirit guides solve all your problems. No, they don't. Nobody's going to give you your Christ consciousness. No one's going to give you spiritual mastery, homie. You got to do some work. You got to go deep dive into your journey and do the work yourself. So no spirit. So if that's what you're thinking, that's why you want to reach out. So all your problems are resolved? No. Machua. The spirit guides provide insight and encouragement, but they don't do the work for you. They're here to guide, not fix. You got to do your own fixing, honey, your own plumbing, you know. Personal growth and transformation are your responsibilities, with their support helping you navigate your path. And the last misconception I want to share with you is, if you don't see or hear them, they aren't there, huh? No, really, huh? You know, spirits are not normally visible, so they're there in a different frequency vibration than your body matter. They're in another matter form. You're not going to see them most of the time. Certain times you can. Like we said earlier, like dream state, you could have an actual dialogue with them there. Medicine or some altered state or some reflective state, you don't always see them. It's there in your awareness, though. You know, so many people think, you know, you're not connected to the spirit guides if they don't see or hear them. In reality, guides are always present, even if their communication is subtle. Trust their presence and keep practicing ways to tune into their guidance. Machiwa. Hugh Lee, bless you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Give me a hug. Thank you for supporting this work, brother. You're awesome. You did that last Saturday, too. Thank you so much. Stardust Goddess, what's up, sister? We share the same middle name. What's up? Ooh, yeah. Thank you so much. Bless you, Stardust. And that name's cool, Stardust. I want some Stardust, right? Thank you for becoming a member, Spiritual Gamer. What's up, brother? You got linked to the Discord chat server. Sir Mattism, thank you for becoming 5 months, homies. What's up? Yeah, you'll get your rainbow star soon, man. First, you'll get that magenta star and then the rainbow star. At 6 months, you get the magenta star. 100 years from now. Thank you, Holy One. Machiwa, yeah. Gratitude. "72% of you," remember we did a poll earlier, 72% of you say that you've experienced a spirit guide in one form or another. That's awesome. And if you guys haven't, hey, you learned some things of how to do it now, right? It mostly starts with that intention, putting that invite out there with a disclaimer within your Maharic seal. So yeah, you still want to be careful and don't just invite anyone and everyone. Because so I've heard some horror stories where people just invited anything into themselves, invocating anyone, just because you want to have some spiritual experience. Hello, danger, danger. You're asking for it, basically. I can't, I got to talk about some of these. There's trickster spirits, you guys, who are entities that may disguise themselves as benevolent guides to gain your trust. They can feed false information, create confusion, and manipulate your emotions. Of course, we talk about the warnings too. These spirits thrive on fear, doubt, or a lack of discernment, making it easy to stay vigilant during spiritual practices. How to spot them? Well, they create feelings of unease. Do you feel fear or doubt with this spirit entity instead of comfort or clarity? Well, there's your answer. You will spot them. Their guidance feels inconsistent or manipulative. Another red flag. Hello, you just spotted a trickster spirit. They flatter your ego excessively, or make grandiose promises. Hello, you just spotted another trickster. Another negative spirit. Negative energies may try to attach themselves to you, especially during times of emotional vulnerability or low energy. So when you're in those states, you guys, you're not likely feeling some positive guidance. These entities feed. You heard that word. Just like phantom beings, feed on negative emotions such as fear, anger, despair, amplifying them to maintain their influence. Signs of negative influence: a sudden, unexplained shift in your mood or energy. Hello, whoa, right? Persistent fear or paranoia, particularly during spiritual practices. You shouldn't be having those feelings, man. You know that there's some negative spirits around. Repeated negative thoughts or obsessive behaviors that feel intrusive. You see, these are all negative things that, okay, just like in religion, there's a whole bunch of negative things in there that are red flags. That is a dark spiritual teachings. Spiritual impersonation. Some spirits may attempt to impersonate loved ones, angels, or even well-known guides to gain your trust. They do this to lower your guard, making it easier to manipulate or drain your energy. You see? These beings feed, man, off of life force. part of me just have to blow my nose real quick off the camera. So yeah. Oh, no way. Holy cow. Holy shit. I actually bumped my keyboard and it fell on the ground, and this is like a $75 keyboard. I gotta be very mindful and careful. Looks like it's all okay so far. It's disconnecting? Connecting? A little watt plug. It's loose on the end. But I think it's always been like that. How to protect yourself against this, you guys, against spiritual impersonation. Always ask a suspected entity to identify itself clearly. Remember, you're God sovereign free. You can ask some being that wants to cooperate with you some questions. And if they don't want to answer you, or you don't like their answers, move on, right? Pay attention to how their energy feels. True guides bring peace, while impersonators often create confusion or discomfort. Use discernment and listen to your intuition. The importance of boundaries, setting energetic boundaries is crucial in spiritual work. You have the right to reject any being or energy that doesn't align with your highest good. Assert, your intention to connect only with guides or beings that support your spiritual growth and well-being. That was what we did at the very beginning, right? You only invited that which is part of your higher good. You stated out loud, that's even better than inner voice. You state exactly what it is that you're requesting. And you could even state what you don't want, right? I invite only beings of love and light who align with my highest good. All others are not welcome and must leave my space immediately. There's an affirmation for you. Spiritual protection practices. Before engaging in any spiritual practice, take steps to protect your energy, you guys. These are some simple things. Visualization. Imagine yourself surrounded by a sphere of white or golden light that no negative energy can penetrate. Get used to visualizing imagination visualization. Crystals. Use protective crystals like black tourmaline, obsidian, or amethyst to anchor your energy. Smudging, I've already mentioned that. Prayer or invocation. Call upon your trusted guides, angels, or source God to provide protection and ensure your spiritual work is safe. And you want to stay grounded, right? Being grounded is essential when connecting with spirit realms. A grounded state always allows you to discern between positive and negative energies more effectively. Because if you're not grounded, you're just out here, you're just wiry, that's not in your best interest. You want to be grounded, you want to be in control, self-control, not after some party, not after some, binge. You want to know when to stop. Seek guidance from trusted sources. And some of the spirit guides you could have, like animal spirit guides, could be wolf, the eagle, the bear, the owl, the deer, the fox, the butterfly, the lion, the snake, the dolphin, the horse, the hawk. They all have messages, they all have symbols, they all have meanings, they all have a purpose. You said it, Leonardo. Always be grateful and express that gratitude. And it's just like, it's just this something that is a part of, like kind of like a part of your spiritual life is working with spirit guides. And we're growing while we're here. We're growing, we're expanding. And some people want to be solo, go be solo, but understand you're never alone. You always have them available to you. The only thing stopping you from connecting is you not being mindful enough to reach out. So reach out to spirit guides. You might as well have help in your journey. You might as well have some assistance in your journey, you guys. So oh, you said, thank you for sharing, Celine. Appreciate that. You guys have a lot of your own experiences in Master Light. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. That's definitely part of my energy. I've felt it and seen it. I've seen it many times. I've heard it many times. I've spoken Native American. I have it's not a Native American headdress, but it's a shaman headdress because I just feel connected to it. I mean, let me share that with you guys. I want to show it to you on camera. All right, thank you for your patience. And I didn't understand it. You know, at first I didn't understand it, but I embraced it. But then I started receiving a ton of light language of Native Americans, seeing them. And then you'll have people just say some negative shit that, you know, you're not a Native American. Obviously, I'm not a Native American in this body. But baby, I've been a Native American. We just talked about past lives in last weekend, and that's one of my past lives. Machiwa. So I took it very seriously. And those parts of myself revealed themselves, spoke through me. Myself spoke through myself. So you learn your parts, you learn thyself, you know thyself, you connect to thyself. That's what tonight's message was. Connection to your guides, connection to your other versions, to your assistance, to your help, to your team. Connect to your team, holy wands. So this is a journey. And I thank you guys for hanging with me tonight. And considering that there is that part of you, parts of you, waiting for you. Open a dialogue. Do it carefully, do it safely, but start working with spirit, start working with self, selves. It could be in the form of a symbol. It could be an angel. It could be a spirit animal. Okay? It could be an ancestor. A'ua, Makoya, Masutas. It could be your future self, your past self. It could be another chapter in your life. When I didn't know better, I was calling upon the gods till it affected my life. It changed my life to work with my spirit guides. And I'm talking about 10 years ago. Getting some internet issue. Now it's back to normal. Because I was getting books on spirit guides. I have a whole bunch of little books that talk about all the meanings of the different guides. Internet issue again. But it's something that was like, this is why, because I was getting all these contacts from these animal spirit guides. This is why I started studying shamanism. I took classes in it. I read books on it. So, and I had another shaman, make this for me. It's not Native American. There's no attributes of a Native American, but there is feathers, and this is a shaman headdress. And I specifically work with an artist, a shaman artist, who only gets the feathers from animals that passed. They're not being bred for the feathers. Okay, it's not like that. So, it's just, it was a big chapter, a big deal in my life to connect to my spirit guides, because like some of the things I talked about tonight, it helped me recognize and acknowledge and see the greater arena of the universe, of the galaxy. It helped me see, things from a whole, like there's a lot more than just this 3D life of mine. If I would have just stayed, if I didn't have all those spirit guides come into my dreams, I would be sitting here and not thinking about other worlds. But it was because of the spirit guides. Now I'm thinking about, I had to go, it was tripping me out. I had to investigate it. This is exactly what they wanted, what I wanted, my other selves. And we learned tonight that some of those are contracts. We're meant to meet these guides, work with these guides. You don't work with them here. You work with them through your spiritual work. It's beautiful, in my opinion. It's beautiful to be working with other loving divine beings who are also evolving, still evolving. They're not masters either. They're somewhere in the time matrix, dimensions 4 and up. Spirit guides are dimensions 4 and up. And so they're also still evolving. And so, but we're meant to do that. And when you get to the 6th dimension, when you get to the 7th dimension, or whatever higher dimension, you will be somebody's spirit guide. You will be part of your spiritual work, will be going down into lower dimensions and assisting. That is part of your evolution. Machiwa. Yeah, it's so beautiful to have you guys awakening yourselves. Paha Sapa. I never answered someone, yeah, I'm Native American. I never told anybody that. What you heard me say is that I have lived other lifetimes as a Native American. My soul has seen With my third eye, I have seen Native Americans. I have spoke Native American. I am Mexican white. No, not Mexican. You would say Hispanic. Because my father is Hispanic, and my mother is white. So I'm part Hispanic, part white. So I never said I was Native American. I was saying that my soul has been Native American several times. And I don't need to prove that to someone. It's not necessary to prove that to someone. I simply see it and feel it and know it. And it's part of me right now. That part is now expressing. It's part of your brother Anuhazi's work. It's part of my work. It's part of my words. So yeah, this is why I can respect a lot of the Native Americans born. But just realize this. Like, you'll get people a chip on their shoulders because they are a Native American. Oh, I'm a Native American. You're not. So, or whatever. Let those games, people are going to play their little games. They're just still haven't found unity. They haven't found Christ consciousness. They're still judging. They're still comparing. So, you can expect that. Because one time I wore that on Instagram and it got a lot of hate. Let people hate. So I stopped wearing it. I'll wear it at the drum circle. I'll wear it in my own space. Because you're going to get people with low vibes and judgments. Man, I saw the being, I saw myself, I saw the Native American walking and talking and remembering and knowing. I was in a knowing, a remembering, a talking Native American, talking Mayan, talking Aztec. I've been there in Inca, in Machu Picchu. A lot of us are remembering ourselves. You're not always white. You're not always red skin. You're not always black. You're not always yellow skin. Sometimes you're not American. Sometimes you're Chinese. Sometimes you're Japanese. Sometimes you're some race, some other race, this race, that race. You're human. And the fact that you have a third chakra means you were once Lemurian. You were once, Lemurian's down here. You were once Atlantean. Now you're Aryan. Eventually you will be Mavarian. You'll be Unchechi. All of us have been brown skin, white skin, black skin, red skin, yellow skin. People stuck in their 3D racism, let them. I'm Native American, you're not. I'm black, you're white, you're red, whatever. You see, all of this is freaking... people is just distortion. It is ugliness. This racism is in comparisons and judgments. I'm this, I'm that, I have this title, I'm that title. Did you hear me read all of ISIS's titles? You don't need a title. You're not limited to one race. You were probably an alien before. You're an alien in the future. A tall white or a black or reptilian or a white reptilian. They exist. People are making some ridiculous freaking dark, primitive dinosaur type of thinking, man, when it comes to skin color and races. It is entrenched in us. We're entrenched to have suspicion towards people with other skin color. It's a program, homies. Get over it. You're on a spiritual mission. You're speaking Christ consciousness or just lip service to it. Are you being it? Love all people, man. Know that every single person that you see, it has 1,728 other selves, and they're not all white skin and speaking English, homies. Grow up and aim higher, because that's what we are. We're much higher. We have so much part of who we are. We're a collective. Expand your identity. You are Native American. You are Mexican. You are Polish. You are Russian. You are anything you can imagine. You've been through all of these, and you're included in all these. It's part of your DNA, your race DNA, the human race DNA. A Native American is human. An African is a human. A Chinese person is human. We're all humans with different skin pigments. And what? And what? And what? So grow the F up. Understand that we're all part of the same human race. You're not some other race from another planet. We're all humans, baby. We all have the human template. You have it. You have the human appearance. You have the human template. You're human. We're equal. We're the same. Doesn't matter what color skin you are. But people are still primitive in that matter. People are still stuck. That's on them, not on you. If you experience racism, it's not on you. It's on that ignorant person. Ignorant, distorted, twisted person. They're still stuck in it. They're looking at skin color. They're looking at culture. You know how barbaric we've been and still are. Humans are still barbaric when it comes to those kind of things. So, I love you guys. Thank you for hanging with me, and bless you and all your spirit guides, whoever your guide is. Hopefully you learned something tonight. Hopefully you expanded some ideas of spirit guides. So I'll be here on Saturday, guys. I'll be 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And even though there wasn't many donations during this live, you guys, anybody watching this video after the live, please consider supporting this work. I'm trying to survive, Holy Ones. Thank you for helping me survive. Bless all of you. I'll be finishing the show. I'm going to go. I already fed the cats, so I'll be making a vegan dinner. I only eat once a day. There's no such thing as three meals a day for me. What is that? So, thank you guys for participating in the discussion tonight, and those of you who were also replied in the question we had, the poll. Thank you, Stefan Oswald, brother. Bless you. Thank you so much. Yeah! What's up? Yeah, that's my Etsy shop, and I want to be adding more artwork. Hopefully, I will be able to do that before Christmas time, but we're already going to have Black Friday coming up. The people are already doing Black Family, right? I mean, Black Friday. Like, they do it a month ahead. What's the point? Now it's not Black Friday. Now it's Black Month. You know, and now they're giving sales way ahead of Black Friday. It's like a gimmick, man. You're getting punked. All right, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourselves. Spiritual ascension. Thank you, Holy One. Woohoo! You did that at 9:09. I like those nines. Yeah, we will get the DNA back. It's a series of ascension process. So yeah. So go meet some of your spirit guides, you guys. Thank you so much, and make sure you're mindful of and have discernment with trickster spirits. There's some warning signs. They're easy to spot. So thank you for hanging with me, and I'll see you soon. And I'll be coming out with the part 2 of the secret space program. Hopefully this before the weekend. I hope. It's just a big one. It's like almost 40-minute video. So it's like, you know, big video compared to some of my little videos. So, but it's worth it, and I'm meant to bring out this information. I'm still going to be talking about the Emerald Order information, of course. I'm doing both. So, Shaddai Ude Akuntan. Shaddai Ude Akuntan. Shaddai Ude Akuntan. I am Christos. I am Christos. I am Christos. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. Bless all of you starseeds and indigos. Bless all of you members. Thank you so much, members, who are supporting this platform. Thank you for all those moderators tonight. Thank you guys so much. I can't do this without you. So take care of yourself, and hope to see you soon. Namaste. Good night. Woohoo! Party time!